My wife told me if she had to choose, it wouldn't be me.
The message came while I was making coffee. She wrote that she needed to be honest with me. My fingers hovered over the keyboard before I typed back. Honesty is long overdue. She said there was something I should know. I took a deep breath and replied, "Then please, just say it plainly." The 3 dots appeared and disappeared. Then the words loaded. If I'm forced to choose, I would choose my coworker. My hands froze over the warm mug. The world seemed to shrink to the size of my phone screen. "Are you trying to hurt me?" I asked, a knot tightening in my stomach. "No," she replied. "I'm just being real." My thumbs moved quickly. Real without care is just cruelty. A single laughing emoji was her response. A digital slap in the face. "You're too sensitive," she added. I had to know. When did this comparison start? When did I become a contestant in a game I didn't know I was playing? Her answer was swift and sharp. "It's been obvious for months." The casual cruelty of it stunned me. I told her, "Marriage isn't a competition. It's a partnership." She fired back, "I want passion again. I want to feel that spark." I typed slowly. "And what about our vows? Do they matter anymore?" Her reply felt like a rewrite of our entire history. Vows change because people change. I leaned against the counter, the room tilting slightly as I read her words. My heart hammered against my ribs. Has anything physical happened? The question was a desperate plea for a boundary that hadn't been crossed. "Not yet," she wrote, "but the feelings are very strong." The "not yet" was a promise, not a denial. I told her feelings become actions when you feed them. She immediately accused me of being jealous. I corrected her. Jealousy is what happens when trust is threatened. She tried to justify it. "He understands my ambition," she wrote. The words stung. "And me?" I asked. "Am I invisible to you now?" Her next message landed like a judge's verdict, final and absolute. "You feel like home, but it's a dull home." That single sentence hollowed me out. It explained everything and nothing all at once. I asked the obvious question, the one that screamed in my mind. "Then why did you stay?" Her answer was as pragmatic as it was selfish. "Stability is comforting." A cold anger began to replace the shock. "Comfort is not a tool to be used," I said. "You're twisting my words," she protested. I challenged her. "Read them back to yourself slowly." There was a long pause, the longest one yet. I could almost picture her scrolling back, seeing the digital trail of her own betrayal. Then the inevitable justification arrived. "I deserve to be happy," I replied without hesitation. "Happiness doesn't require someone else's heartbreak. It doesn't require betrayal." She tried to change the rules of the game we had both agreed to years ago. "I never promised exclusivity forever." The audacity was breathtaking. "You promised consideration," I typed, my fingers striking the screen with force. "You promised respect." The conversation shifted. "Are you threatening to leave me?" she asked, almost goading me. "No," I replied, "I'm choosing self-respect." "You're being dramatic again," the old accusation. Her favorite weapon to shut me down? "Drama," I said, "is bragging to your husband about his replacement." Then came the ultimate boast, the final nail in the coffin of our life together. He would pick me without any hesitation. A bitter, hollow laugh escaped my lips. "And what do you want me to do? Applaud?" She was relentless. "I want you to step aside gracefully." I felt an odd sense of calm wash over me. The fight was over. "I will not audition for my own marriage," I told her. "You're making this ugly?" she accused. "The ugliness arrived with your boast," I replied. "So what are you going to do?" she demanded. My answer was simple and final. "I plan to stop being an option." Her tone turned threatening. "You'll regret this." But the fear was gone, replaced by a strange clarity. "Regret grows where boundaries die," I said. Then came the message that confirmed everything. "I'm already packing." I had to ask, "Whose idea was that?" "It just feels right, suddenly," she wrote. Sudden courage, I pointed out, often follows a confirmed safety net. Predictably, she called me bitter. "I'm not bitter," I said. "I'm just being clear." Then, the most surreal question of all, "Can we still be friends?" I stared at the words in disbelief. "Friends don't rank each other's replacements," I wrote back. Her next message was meant to be an insult, but it landed completely differently. I didn't expect you to be this strong. I couldn't help but feel a flicker of pride. Thank you for the accidental compliment. A flood of angry, rambling messages followed. Paragraphs of blame, justification, and frustration. I read each one, watching the words scroll by, but I didn't reply. I let them fade into the chat history, their power dissolving with my silence. After a while, a single message appeared. "Are you there?" I typed back. "I'm here." With myself. The final few texts were a slow unwinding. "He's waiting downstairs for me," she wrote. For the first time, I felt no anger, only a detached sense of pity. "I wish you both luck," I said, and I meant it without a trace of sarcasm. "That hurts," she replied. "Consequences often do," I told her. "Is this really final?" She asked, a last grasp for something that was already gone. "Final started when you bragged about him," I said. She went silent for a very long while. I stood there, phone in my hand, watching the kitchen light glint off the cold surface of my coffee. Then, one last message came through. "I misjudged you." I took a steadying breath. "No," I wrote back. "You finally judged me correctly. Will you ever forgive me?" It was a plea for her own peace of mind, not for mine. "Forgiveness is a private journey," I replied, "not a public promise." "I'm scared now," she admitted. For the first time in the entire conversation, she sounded truly honest. "Fear is honest," I acknowledged. "At least there's that." Her final request was for a piece of me she no longer had a right to. "Say something kind?" I thought for a moment, then offered the only kindness I had left. "Choose kindness with your next words to someone else." "Goodbye," she wrote. "Goodbye," I replied. I archived the chat immediately. The screen went back to my homepage as if nothing had happened. My coffee had gone cold, but the morning, once so heavy, now felt strangely light. I took a deep breath, an exhale that didn't wait for a reply, that didn't anticipate the next digital blow. And in that quiet moment, I realized that being chosen by myself was more than enough. The silence that followed felt earned. It felt like peace. Thank you for listening. If you've ever found strength in a moment of heartbreak, let me know in the comments. Remember to like this video and subscribe for more stories about finding our way back to ourselves.